Please remain standing as Mr. Larry Lucas and the band play the national anthem and the alma mater. The alma mater and the national anthem will be sung by Melody Holsinger, Mandy Muratich, Michelle Zurich, and Tracy Hayes. Please be seated. Welcome everyone to the graduation ceremonies for the class of 1997 of Peters Township High School. This is a great day, a day of celebration for this most important rite of passage into adulthood for the members of the class of 1997. However, this is also a sad and emotional day as families, guests, and friends assemble here in anxious anticipation for the closing of an important chapter in the lives of these seniors. This is also a day that finds administrators and teachers beaming with pride as we hold back tears of joy and heavy hearts as another group of graduates are about to be sent out into the world. We, the administration and faculty and staff of Peters Township High School, thank the parents for the privilege of being part of your children's lives. And we thank you, the class of 1997, for all the memories which we shall cherish for a lifetime. We will remember you always, and we will love you forever. At this time, it is with a great spirit of enthusiasm that I introduce the administration, faculty, and staff of Peters Township School District who have chosen to share this moment in time with you and your students. Ladies and gentlemen, please may I have the faculty and staff in attendance please rise and be recognized. Thank you. Another group of individuals most instrumental in the development of our young people in our great school district are the Board of School Directors and our central office personnel. At this time, may I please have the Board of Directors, Superintendent Urso and Assistant Superintendent Kirk, please rise and be recognized. Thank you. We have 4 great speakers that I'd like to introduce to you. Jonathan Ross Davis, Tara Renee Stretka, Laura Ann Mancini, and Kelly J. Yakovic.
Today we stand at a crossroads, at both an end and a beginning. After 8 years of grade school and another 4 years of high school, we look back to bid one final farewell to the friends with whom we grew toward maturity. At the same time, we look forward with great enthusiasm to a life of seemingly endless opportunities. Though our dreams for the future are very different, there is one common factor between them: the desire to be successful. But what is success? And how can we hope to secure it in our lives? All of us have enjoyed successes in our high school careers. Success in athletics, academics, the arts, and in many other areas have been important parts of our growth as individuals. But no one of these areas, or even a combination of 2 or all 3, easily defines success in life. Similarly, success in life is not delineated by how much money we make, how important our job is to our company or community, or how important other people think we are. Regardless of our talents, wealth, and social status, they are meaningless if we don't put them to good use. Therein lies the true meaning of success. A successful person is one who uses his talents to benefit mankind. Each person is blessed with a unique talent that he can use to this end. Though most of us have not yet found our true calling in life, the search is sure to open many doors and allow us to explore many wonderful opportunities along the way. However, even after we find an area in which we can be successful, our search has not ended. We must continue to expand our horizons, never limiting our talents to one or a few areas in which we excel. However, using one's innate abilities is only part of the equation for success. Hard work and unending perseverance also play a key role in leading to a successful life. Though we may falter or stray momentarily from our course through life, these traits will give us the ability to stay focused on our goals and push forward regardless of adversity. We may find that in our journey we encounter failure, but failure can only lead to a greater success in the end. The best measure of success is not how many times we achieve, but how many times we press on in spite of failure. The class of 1997 has left a legacy of success for future classes at Peters Township to follow, but our journey is not nearly complete. It is now our privilege and our responsibility to do the same throughout our lives, to provide an example for others to follow. The path will not be an easy one, but the rewards will be immeasurable.
As we look to the new road ahead, ready to enter the adult world and leave behind the well-traveled path we have shared, we must remember never to grow so full of the adult that there is no room for the child inside to play. It is in that spirit that we can see our 4 years together as a trip down the yellow brick road and high school as a journey through Oz. However, it is not in a juvenile sense that I compare this childhood classic to our lives. During these 4 years, we have all, at one time or another, truly demonstrated and felt the qualities of the characters in The Wizard of Oz that so captured our hearts. During those periods of great change and uncertainty, we have found ourselves like the lion, a little scared and in need of courage. Like the scarecrow, we came each day in search of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, but at times felt incapable. As we built strong relationships and learned to love, we were like the Tin Man, in search of our hearts. As Dorothy found herself in a new land, we too have found ourselves in new and unfamiliar experiences. Using determination, we worked hard at the understanding and accomplishment of our goals, while at the same time supporting and even leading others. As these characters discovered, we too found in our journey that the things we searched so hard to find were within us all along. Our courage, intelligence, love, and understanding have grown from within. Now, at this point in our journey, we find ourselves in search of the wizard. We find ourselves striving towards these great and powerful things: college, careers, and life itself, that seem larger than all of us. Yet as we arrive, we realize, as did Dorothy and her friends, that it is all simply smoke and mirrors, and that things are not so sublime, but composed only of people like ourselves. There then is nothing to fear, for we must recognize that as graduates of the class of 1997, we are as fully capable of accepting the world's challenges as those who have held all of the positions before us. As the characters of The Wizard of Oz discovered, we too found in our journey that the things we were in search of for our own personal growth were not found in outside sources, such as school books, science labs, or wizards, but within ourselves. That is not to say that these outside sources are not important, for without the experiences of our journey, we would never have found that which we hold inside. So as we are asked to reflect on the most important thing we have learned through these 4 years, we should recognize that the importance lies in what we have learned about ourselves and our growth as individuals. This personal growth we have experienced has enabled us to find within ourselves the characteristics necessary to enter the world and make a difference. We must not be afraid, for as we have been shaped by society, it is now our turn to go out and shape society. But as we begin to find our own personal direction along the yellow brick road and leave our childhood days behind, we look around at our family and friends and realize that although we are moving forward into a world of our own, there's no place like home. Thank you.
Take 1 second. Blink your eye. That's how long the time we've spent together seems. It feels like just yesterday. We were playing Foursquare on the playground. We've come a long way since our first year of kindergarten in 1984. From our middle school days of Teen Center and Gold Books to our freshman orientation, first homecoming, and first car date, to our last prom, last day of high school, and now we are together as a class for the last time. From pigtails to prom gowns, we have grown to be young adults. We are here today, ready to take yet another step farther away from our childhood and our childhood beliefs. I heard someone once say, as we grow older, it becomes difficult to just believe. It's not that we don't want to, but too much has happened, and we can't. As children, we never doubted that reindeer could fly. We just believed. I sincerely hope we have not forgotten the magic of our childhood, and most importantly, that we have not lost the ability to believe in ourselves and each other. We once looked at the world through a child's eyes, full of wonder and excitement. We saw life as an adventure without obstacles. But as we all know, obstacles are inevitable in life. As we meet new challenges, we may face hardships, but I urge you to never give up and to never lose faith. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. And if you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Each one of us is a flame, a spark of unique brightness. It is important that you keep the magic of your childhood alive. Never stop believing. Never quit, and never, ever let your light die out. May God bless all of you.
Before I begin, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all the faculty members and staff present today. It's wonderful that all of you can be here to share in this special day with us. In our presence today is a group of people who experienced the pride of commencement 50 years ago. These members of the class of 1947 and the class of 1997 share a common bond through their experiences in the halls and classrooms of PTHS. However, we, the class of 97, are merely at the beginning. In the past 50 years, the class of 47 has encountered many experiences that we look forward to. They have much that we can learn from, and their knowledge deserves to be recognized. Please join me in honoring the 50-year graduates from the class of 1947. I ask that the honorees stand as their names are called, and please hold your applause until the last name has been read. Joanne Ryman Carruthers. Dorothy Seatman Chambers. Robert E. Chambers. Ben M. Chapman. Geraldine Dale Chapman. Mel Cisco. Anna Marie Minichi Corrado. Raymond Everett. Elsie Crawford Featherland. Jean Emmerich Howard. Dolores Cushy Hozinick. Jean Zimmerman Jones. Robert M. Kachinik. Gladys Jones Martinelli. Philip M. Morrow. Frederick Roby. Shirley Fink Rossler. Helen Martik Shooter. And Ethel Webster Wolowski. Congratulations and thank you.
It is now my highest honor as principal of Peters Township High School to present to you President James O'Kelly and Superintendent Dennis Urso, the class of 1997. With this presentation, I certify that each member of the graduating class of 1997 have successfully completed and fulfilled the requirements for graduation set forth by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Board of School Directors of Peters Township School District.
Thank you, Dr. Aegis. As the representative of the school board, it gives me great pleasure to stand here before you on this exciting day. The entire board is here to celebrate and offer our sincere congratulations to you, the class of 1997. I would also like to recognize Dr. Dennis Urso on his 10th anniversary as our superintendent. Under his guidance, the district has grown and prospered while educating over 25,000 students. We congratulate and thank him for his dedication to this township. When your parents were growing up, it seemed that their heroes were quite easy to identify. Whether they admired Neil Armstrong, John F. Kennedy, Gloria Steinem, or Roberto Clemente, these role models seemed infallible. Today's heroes and role models are much tougher to find. Who should today's youth look up to? Certainly many of our politicians, rock stars, show business personalities, and athletes should not be included. In searching for an individual to help pattern your life after, I consider it unnecessary to look very far. Within our schools are many examples, such as elementary teachers, Audrey Horosic, Betty Dorlane, and George DeCario. From the middle school, Paul Sutherland, Agnes Kuhn, and Bettina Brown. From the high school, Rick Bell, Walt Jennings, Ellie Houston, and Dennis Buzzy Scott. These teachers, among others, give of themselves, have strong values, and a sense of responsibility. They demonstrate honesty, generosity, and ethics beyond reproach. Peters Township community members with similar attributes include Pat Moore, Sass Argentine, Bill and Kathy Shader, Don Kahn, Bert Petrak, and Mary Kay Shaner. Although he was not a Peters Township resident, I would be remiss in not mentioning State Representative Al Pettit. His memorial service is taking place as I speak. We extend our deepest sympathies to his family. Do not hesitate to consider your own parents as heroes. They have learned the same value of hard work, sacrifice, and a strong commitment to family that I learned from my own parents. Lastly, many of you may be looking at your future with uncertainty. Most of you have yet to make your mark. What is not in question is when you should start. In the words of Reverend Billy Graham, not one of us at any age has a clue as to how long we will live. You can't count your days, but you can make your days count. Class of 1997, congratulations and best of luck.
Pamela Lynn Adams. Danielle Kristen Algio. Jordan Dania Ambrogi. Amy Eleanor Banazak. Courtney Michelle Bastio. Allison Elizabeth Beach. Jennifer Lee Benton. Christina Rochelle Berg. Beth Ann Birmingham. Stephanie Ann Bain. Candy A. Brand. Melinda Brooke Caudle. Maria Teresa Chornick. Amy Marie Cristoforetti. Shanna Lynn Calavita. Heather Elizabeth Combs. Stacy Marie Corbett. Abby Graham Craig. Stephanie Marie Danielle. Jennifer Lee Christina Dadalow. Mark Samuel Albert. Clay Daniel Alexandrowitz. Christopher Bruce Anderson. Jeffrey D. Baird. Robert Thomas Banich. David A. Bartek. Jeffrey N. Beck. Christopher William Blosel. Christopher D. Bowman. Troy Joseph Bruce. Michael James Burgess. Brian George Cerny. Timothy P. Choate. Robert S. Calliger. Jonathan Paul Conley. Kenneth Donald Cross. Russell Ray Cutler. Jonathan Ross Davis. William Stanley Davis. Jason Christopher Dean.
Amy Marie Davidson. Jamie Lynn Dalbuso. Elisa Jennifer DeTolio. Jamie Jean Danolo. Erica Lynn Dudiak. Lori Marie DeFala. Beth Suzanne Durka. Michelle Larissa Benet. Jessica Lynn Gabb. Amanda Lynn Gardner. Monica Lee Garraway. Amanda Jean Getman. Amanda Lee Grosnick. Hannah Ray Grubbs. Michelle Christine Guna. Carrie Nicole Haas. Melissa Diane Hager. Erin Elizabeth Hanson. Tracy Lynn Hayes. Kristen Marie Heiser.
Daniel A. Denning. Scott Jeffrey Drake. Daniel J. Zubin. Jonathan Hewitt Egan. Benjamin Tyler Evans. John Thomas Stewart Fonestock. Matthew Thomas Fallon. Leonard Harold Fetty. Jonathan Paul Fink. Michael William Patrick Fortunato. Travis Michael Friday. Joshua Joseph Furman. Timothy D. Gallagher. Jason Thomas Gaspar. Seth Merrill Gates. Shay N. Giesler. Michael James Gima. Ryan Christopher Glaser. Michael William Golding. Nathan Haynes.
Megan Jean Heslop. Michelle Ann Hoffman. Jennifer Elizabeth Eisiger. Lee Jacobs, Lisa Christine Janosko, Teresa Eileen Kaufman, April Lynn Keeling, Megan Mary Kelly, Michelle A. Kerna, Chrissy Jo Klempe, Michelle Kristen Chryseri, Melissa Lynn Kubik, Michelle Ann Kuzma, Giovanna Maria Lacaria, Amanda S. Lenars, Jessica Ann Locke, Andrea Lee Ludka, Laura Ann Mancini, Meredith Ann Markovich, Sandra Nicole Marquardt,
Thomas J. Hand, Jr., Justin Lee Herricle, Timothy R. Hartman, Michael Leonard Palladio, Brad Richard Pucko, Justin Robert Huey, Michael Edward Hostovich, Jeremy Scott Irwin, Martin Gerald Johns II, Peter J. Caladonis, Stephen Robert Kapfer, Elias M. Keene, Nilish A. Kemkar, Mark William Kern, Henry Walter Kleiner, Andrew Stephen Komorowski, Philip David Quate, Paul E. Letzo, Jr., John P. Liker III, Daniel Joseph Ligman,
Anne Catherine Martins, Allison Michelle Martz, Gretchen Nicole Mavrich, Sarah E. McBride, Jane Louise McGowan, Connie Melissa McGrath, Janine McGreevy, Meredith D. McKnight, Rita Preeti Mehta, Kelly Sue Myers, Stephanie Ann Milani, Tracy Lynn Molzer, Nicole Elizabeth Morrow, Donna Marie Mochin, Nancy Jordan Mulholland, Lori Jean Mulick, Mary Beth Miritich, Kimberly L. Nowitz, Mary Elizabeth Nassif, Stacy Marie Noble.
Jason Peter Leung, Ellen T. Liu, Joshua Justice Livingston, Matthew John Luckhart, Timothy Charles Lulich, Christopher Marnick Jr., Devin Joseph Marshall, Paul
E. Maurer. Jonathan Brett Mavrich. Kevin Edward McCloskey. Nathan Gregory McCloskey. Daniel Thomas McCloskey. Walter Paul Miller II. Timothy Allen Montgomery. Scott D. Morrow. Stephen J. Mollett. Scott Gerald Myatich. Nathan D. Myers. Frank Douglas Navratil. John Edward David Palasek.
Lisa Michelle O'Keefe. Kimberly Ann Paroline. Karani Leandra Patel. Lisa Nicole Papa. Sarah Elise Patrica. Jennifer Celeste Phillips. Ryan Lindsay Phillips. Melissa Janine Ramsey. Amy B. Rangel Ballas. Sarah D. Ray. Leanne Marie Reed. Shannon Rebecca Ryder. Elizabeth Margaret Roberto. Lori Michelle Ross. Rebecca Lynn Sadowski. Rachel Lee Sala. Melanie Lynn Sanfilippo. Janie Adeline Sayers. Bethany Ann Shearer. Bethany Lynn Schreiner.
George Paxson. Edward John Petrak. Brian Joseph Frimmer. Robert David Emil Reese. Michael David Regina. James Edwards Richards. Joshua Thomas Rock. Peter Storm Rogers. Paul Robert Roth. Martin P. Rubio III. Justin Paul Roos. Garrett Michael Saxa. Brian Eric Sheff. Stephen Edward Sentner. Brett Gary Smith. Jeremy Christopher Smith. Matthew Kyle Smith. Peter Andrew Smith. Jesse W. Sowers. Keith Wayne Stayworks.
Emily Marie Shope. Michelle Aubrey Silvestri. Christina Lucia Smith. Jamie Michelle Smith. Amy Marie Specca. Megan Kathleen Speech. Tara Renee Stracca. Katrina M. Toth. Amy Rebecca Truman. Gina Marie Violi. Michelle Lynn Volk. Mandy Lynn Volker. Alexandra Lee Walker. Amanda Christine Weiss. Kelly Jean Whiter. Courtney Ann Wunderlich. Kelly J. Yakubik. Sue Jean Yoon. Junko Yoshizaki. Jesse Lee Yost. Meredith Ashley Yuss. Michelle Ann Zorick.
Stephen Robert Stepetich. Matthew J. Strang. Theron Michael Swindell, Jr. Craig Charles Tate. John Michael Tegley. Oliver Ryan Tobin. John Richard Treadell. Thomas Michael Tuddy IV. Craig D. Vilsack. Jacob Anton Vreeland. James R. Wallace, Jr. Kevin John Walsh. Dustin Allen Wells. Jeffrey Harris Whitehead. Bradley Joseph Wilson. Ian Winsheimer.
Having had the opportunity to attend numerous commencement ceremonies for more than 35 years, I have listened to many themes that often challenge graduates to dedicate themselves to improving the human condition of the time. These messages more or less reflected topical political themes to save the economy, the environment, or some element of the social system. Graduates armed with diploma or degree were told to go off and take their place. I never could quite understand what was meant by take their place, but I suppose that in an earlier time that phrase had some significance. Today's rapidly changing world with fluid landscape does not offer the security that a place is waiting for our contemporary graduate, however. Success for today's graduate is reserved for those who do not rely on finding a place or tripping over an opportunity, but for those who create their own opportunities. Paramount to creating opportunities is maintaining a broad knowledge base and formulating a clear vision. The future belongs to those empowered with the ability to access the expanding body of knowledge and envision possibilities others often see as impossibilities. A classic quote that reflects this was often used by Robert Kennedy, but was originally penned by George Bernard Shaw. In its original form, Shaw states, "You see things and ask why. I dream of things that never were and say why not." For those of you who find it difficult to relate to a Bobby Kennedy, let alone a George Bernard Shaw, let me quote one of your contemporaries, R. Kelly, who in song provides us with the inspiration that believing is the first step to making it happen. As R. Kelly would have it, I was on the verge of breaking out. Sometimes silence seems so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve. But first, I know it starts inside of me. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I think about it every night and day, spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. So, students of Peters Township High School, spread your wings and soar, taking with you a passion to learn and a vision that you can achieve what you believe. With that, given the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Peters Township Board of School Directors, with pride that I officially pronounce you graduates of Peters Township High School. Congratulations.
Ceremony is now ended. You can meet your graduate under the scoreboard. Thank you for coming. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are permitted on the track and field to join in the celebration of the 1997 graduates. Also, there are golf carts available for assisting the elderly or handicapped from the stadium. The carts will be available at the main gate. Thank you and congratulations.